Right, there are three main reasons why you struggle to not only lose weight, but also to retain the weight that you have lost. So for example, even if you get on the journey, you manage to lose some weight, that's great. You find it hard to stay at that weight, to stay in a healthy weight maintenance, let's say, and you just put the weight back on again. There's three main problems why. All right, number one is your mindset. And obviously I'm going to keep this fast, efficient and effective, just like what you're going to do when you implement these things. Okay, number one is your mindset, and more specifically your self-image, the way you view yourself. Okay, if you view yourself as the guy that is just forever fat, like in your brain you identify as the fat guy, the guy that struggles to lose weight, the guy that just keeps going back to his old ways. If that is your self-image, if that is the way you perceive yourself, then you can never amount to anything higher than how you see yourself. Do you understand? So first you have to change your self-image. You have to stop viewing yourself and stop speaking about yourself so negatively and flip them into positives. Okay, view yourself as the kind of guy that is capable of achieving absolutely anything. Okay, believe in yourself indefinitely. You know, don't set limitations. Oh, I can only get to this way and then I could never go further. You know, I always go back again. If you keep drilling those words into your brain, you will literally never ever progress to the man that you want to be. There's been scientific studies done that, for example, if you're lifting weights in the gym, if you don't believe that you can lift higher than that, even if physically you may be strong enough to lift even higher than the weight, let's say 60 kg on a bench press, whatever. If you don't believe that you are capable of lifting 70 kg, you just don't believe it. Nah, I'm too weak for that. I could never do that. Even if physically you are strong enough to do it, you will not be able to do it. Scientifically proven. That is the power of belief, the placebo effect. That is how powerful it can be. So first you must change your self-image and believe that you can be the kind of man that you want to be. And that brings me on to my second point, which is motivation. You know, even if, okay, you've changed your self-image, great, I believe that I can do it, I believe I can be that kind of man. I'm starting to make some changes to my diet and to my physical, you know, aspects and my exercise. Great, I'm on it. But then I wake up some days and I just don't feel motivated. I just cannot be bothered. And then I go back into the old eating habits. I eat chocolate again, I eat shit for breakfast, and I just don't care anymore because, oh, it feels good, right? Motivation is number two. So let's say number one has already been tackled. You've got the mindset, you've got the positive mindset, you believe in yourself, you believe you can do absolutely fucking anything. You wake up and tell yourself positive things. You look in the mirror and say, I'm the fucking man, I can do this, I can do anything, I'm capable of it, I am the fucking man. Okay, you're drilling in these positive thoughts, you're changing your self-image. You now believe you are the kind of man that can achieve absolutely anything, which means you are not stuck and categorized as the fat guy, or as the guy that struggles to lose weight, or as the guy that's addicted to food, or whatever the fuck, right? You've changed your self-image to something positive. You now believe you can be anyone that you want to be. Great, self-image is sorted. Number two is your motivation. Now you're on this journey, now you're actually trying, you know, you're putting in the work, you're sorting your diet out, you're physically exercising, you're getting your cardio in there. But then there's the days where you just don't feel motivated, you just can't be bothered doing it. You just really cannot be asked. How do we tackle that? This comes with two things. Visualization is number one. I want you to literally close your eyes and don't be weird about it. Don't be a pussy and be lazy again, because again, your laziness is seeping into all of this. Don't say, oh, I don't need to do that. Literally close your fucking eyes and just visualize who you could be if you did the things that you were supposed to do every single day. Visualize what you would look like. Visualize how you would talk, how you would walk, how you would feel about yourself, how others would treat you. Visualize it. Close your eyes and vividly imagine that person. What you'd look like when you look in the mirror. How proud you would feel of yourself when you look in that mirror when you wake up in the morning and you've got a fucking six-pack and you can see your muscle definition. Think about how proud you would feel. How you would walk, how you would carry yourself, your posture, your day-to-day lifestyle habits. Vividly imagine all of it. Attach an emotion to it. So feel that emotion that man would feel in this present moment right now. Okay? Number one, that'll give you motivation because you can see who you could be. But number two, I want you to compare yourself to that man, that best version of yourself every single day when you wake up. Ask yourself, what would my enemy or the best version of myself, the better version of myself, what would he do right now? Oh, I feel like eating a chocolate bar. Would he go over there and eat the chocolate bar just because he feels like it? The guy that has a six-pack, the version of you that has a six-pack? He's the same guy, he's got the same genetics. There's no excuse why you can't be this guy. He is literally you. But he just does the things that he knows he's supposed to do every single day. Whereas you feel like eating a chocolate bar, so you just go and eat it because you feel like it. Okay? He sets himself targets. He earns those rewards. He doesn't just eat chocolate because he feels like it. He says to himself, right, I'm going to do 500 push-ups and a 10k run. Then I can have some chocolate. Then I can treat myself. That is what your enemy's doing. That is the guy that you are comparing yourself to. That is what he's doing. You are competing against him. That's who you're in competition with. So when you wake up and look in the mirror like a fat cunt and you see your flabby neck dripping down and you think, oh, you know what? Let me just eat another Whisper chocolate bar. You have to remind yourself, my enemy, the guy that I'm literally in competition with, for the girl that I want, for the money that I want, for the body that I want, for the life that I want. I'm competing with this guy. He's not eating chocolate right now. He's up doing fucking 500 push-ups first thing in the morning, and then he's going for a run outside, and then he's socializing, and he's, you know, making something of himself. I'm just sat here on my arse eating chocolate. You cannot not feel motivated when you compare yourself to the best version of you. He is the same guy, same genetics. There is no excuse. When you're sat there on your fucking fat arse eating your chocolate bar, thinking, well, one Netflix episode won't hurt. When you think of your enemy, you think of what he's doing, and you know that I could be that guy. You understand that I could be him. That is my life if I just did the right things. It is impossible to not feel motivated. You'll literally get a spark of motivation. Even if you don't feel like it, you'll be like, you know what? I kind of just have to do it now. Because I know that if I take the other option and I keep sitting here eating my fucking chocolate bar watching Netflix, I know for a fact that I'm going to feel guilty all day. And I cannot walk around feeling guilty. I cannot walk around feeling like a bitch, letting another man beat me. Letting another man take my women. Letting another man take my life. I can't do that. I've got to get up and fucking work for it. Right? You'll gain that testosterone boost. Because again, competition increases testosterone. You'll be in that mode of like, right, hunger, let's fucking get it done. So that's number 2. Let's compare yourself to the best version of yourself. Who would you be if you were disciplined? If you did everything that you were supposed to do, regardless of how you feel, regardless of if you're tired or you don't feel like it, or you're achy from last night's workout, whatever it is, he still does it. He wakes up and still does the push-ups. He still goes for the run. He still does exactly what he's supposed to do. That's motivation sorted. So your self-image is in place. That's number 1. You fixed your mindset. You now think positive. You wake up and tell yourself positive thoughts every single morning. Your mindset's in place. You're speaking positively about the world and about yourself and about your future. You have faith in yourself. You see yourself as the kind of guy that can achieve absolutely anything, especially, you know, losing a bit of fucking weight. You see yourself as the kind of guy that can achieve that. Now you believe that it's possible. You can then put the work in. Number 2, you never have to struggle with motivation, because every time you wake up, you compare yourself to your enemy, the best version of yourself, the man that you could be if you did the right things. Now you feel motivated for the rest of the day. You know that you have to do it. You don't have a choice. Number 3 is the physical side of things. Very, very simplistic. A lot of people overcomplicate losing weight. They overcomplicate just being in the gym and working out and staying healthy. They overcomplicate all of that, right? It's very, very simple. And I want you to keep this simplistic mindset when you're losing weight, when you're on your little journey. Number 1 is don't see it as a journey. Don't see it as a fad. Don't count the days of how many days I've been on this new diet. Don't feed into this kind of temporary mindset of like, oh, I'm on day 30 of my new exercise program. This is a lifestyle now. You must change the way you see yourself. Again, you now see yourself as the kind of guy that lives like this. I am just the guy that exercises. I am just that healthy guy that looks after himself, that eats clean, that runs every day, that goes to the gym. I am now that guy. That is my life. I'm not on day 30 of my new exercise, but fuck all that bullshit, because then temporarily, you're basically solidifying it in your brain of like, okay, I'm on day 30, which means inevitably I'm going to go back to the way I used to live, which is why you keep putting the weight on. Flip your mindset, see it as a lifestyle. This is who you are now. This is what you are committing to. This is the new you. You are committing to this new way of life. Do you understand? But don't overcomplicate it. All you must do is get your cardio in so that you are burning the calories that you're putting on. Okay, and again, I recommend walking everywhere. Forget about running. A lot of people say run 10k, and then you can lose your weight. Great, you can run whenever you feel like running, whenever you get the motivation and the discipline and whatever. You've got yourself into that mode where it's like, right, I'm going for a run today. You'll find that some days you just do not do that because you've not trained yourself habitually to be a runner, to be in that mindset of like, yeah, I'm going for a run and it's normal to me. You'll find that it's so difficult for you to push yourself sometimes to go for a fucking run when it's cold outside and you feel tired from last night's workout and you just can't be bothered and you're hungry and you want to eat that chocolate bar. You'll find that it's not as sustainable as walking. So I recommend you walk everywhere from now on. Okay? Walk everywhere. Walk to the shops. Walk to the gym. Walk around the park every single morning. Just walk. Walk. Pardon the noise. There is a guy in this park that I walk around, right? I walk around every single morning. I've seen him this morning, actually. And I see him, and he always says the same thing to me. He says, fucking hell, you should do a walking marathon. Because he sees me everywhere. I always see him. I see him in the park. I see him when I'm walking to the gym. I see him when I'm walking to the shop. I just see the same guy everywhere. He's got his little dog, drives around in his car, and he sees me just walking everywhere. That's how I stay lean. So I got the jawline, bruv. That's why you can see the muscle definition. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I walk everywhere. It's much more sustainable than running twice a week. Because, it's too hard. I can't do it today, so I'm just going to leave it. I'll have a day off. If you walk everywhere every single day of your life, you'll find that you lose weight much more efficiently And it's a much more sustainable way of doing your cardio than just trying to run every single day. Obviously, I recommend do run. Yeah, have it in your brain of like, right, we're running every single day, we're running. We're doing a bit of cardio every single day. You're keeping my heart healthy, keeping my lungs healthy, getting the blood pumping, getting that body fat down, right? Obviously, go for that. But I think a good starting point for you, if you are in a position where you're not used to this kind of lifestyle and, you know, you're just trying to build it up slowly, build your tolerance up, build your stamina up, just walk fucking everywhere, mate. Yeah, that's cardio sorted. It's very, very simplistic. How many kilometers should I do? Fuck all of that shit. Tracking calories, all of this, but you don't need to do that. Keep things simplistic in your brain, because that is much more sustainable than going on 30 days of tracking calories and tracking kilometers and tracking my steps. Fuck all of that shit. Keep it simplistic. Remember, this is your life now. This is what you are going to do every single day for the rest of your life. So fucking tracking calories, is that sustainable? No. I've never tracked calories my entire life. Never. And that comes for building muscle and losing weight, whatever it is. I've never tracked calories. Don't give a shit. Simplicity is absolutely key. As long as you are waking up every single day, you are getting your cardio in, enough cardio to the point where you can't breathe, where you literally have to stop and go, you know, you can't talk. It's that kind of level. Zone 2 cardio is what they call it. Zone 2 cardio. To the point where you're running or you're walking at a pace where it's just enough. But if you pushed it a little bit further, a little bit faster, a little bit higher intensity, you couldn't maintain a conversation. Like if you were running next to somebody, if you push that intensity that tiny bit further, you would not be able to speak to that person. That is the level you must do every single day. Just on that edge, right? You're getting your cardio in every day. You're eating clean, plenty of fruit, plenty of vegetables, getting your vitamins and minerals in. You're getting some daylight, getting some vitamin fucking D. Little things like this make a big difference as well. It's going outside a bit more. Getting away from the distractions, the TV, the social media, all that bullshit. Just go outside. You'll feel more motivated anyway just by being outside. Okay? Eating clean. Okay? Eating fruit, vegetables, okay? Meat. So you're putting some muscle on as well, protein, etc. When it comes to your bad eating habits, so for example, your impulsive desires to eat a chocolate bar or to eat the takeaway or to eat some fucking junk food again, which is probably why you've put so much weight on, is because you eat a lot of shit with no discipline, with no control. And then again, compared with that, you're not even burning it off. So you're eating the shit and you're just not doing anything. You just sat there. So number one, in terms of the food, remember, you must earn your indulgements. You must earn your impulsive desires. If you feel like watching Netflix for the whole day and eating like shit, you've got to earn it. Okay, I'm allowed to watch Netflix on Sunday after 6 days of absolute brutal cardio, brutal hard work, non-stop dedication and focus. After I've earned it and I've been in the gym for 6 days non-stop, grueling workouts, squats, cardio, sprints, fucking everything. I've absolutely pushed myself to the limit. On Sunday, I can reward myself with a bit of chill time. I can enjoy that Netflix TV show. I can enjoy that chocolate bar. Okay, you've got to earn it. If you see a chocolate bar in the cupboard and you feel like eating it, tell yourself, right, every single time I want a bit of sugar or a bit of shit that is no nutritional value, it's just pure shit for temporary pleasure, for dopamine. Every time I want something like that, I've got to earn it. Me personally, I do 60 push-ups every single time I want. It's kind of like a mini chocolate bar. It depends on the size of whatever it is I'm eating. If it's a big chocolate bar and I want to eat the whole thing like a fat cunt, I've got to do like 100 or some shit, right? So you set yourself your own targets. It needs to be something where if you see a chocolate bar, you feel like eating it, you set yourself the goal of like, okay, I've got to do X amount of push-ups and then I can eat the chocolate bar. Now, it has to be a number of push-ups or a number of kilometers in a run or whatever the fuck. It has to be a challenge that you really do not feel like doing. It has to be a challenge where you have to mentally push yourself to do it. Because then you can truly appreciate the reward of the chocolate bar, and it keeps you disciplined to the point where you're not indulging. Oh, go on, another chocolate bar, another one. You know you have to do 100 push-ups per chocolate bar that you eat. So you're keeping yourself in shape, and then you're actually enjoying the chocolate bar, because you know when you're eating it like a fat fuck, you know you've earned it. I just did 100 push-ups and I feel my chest and my triceps are pumped up. I'm feeling good. I feel the blood pumping. I feel like I can breathe clearly because I've just gone for a 10k run before I've had this chocolate bar. Now I can sit here and just fucking truly appreciate that dopamine rush rather than overindulging and over-sensitizing myself to that dopamine. Do you understand? And again, it has to be a level. 60 push-ups for me is a level where if I just walking about my day-to-day life and I see an ice cream and I want to go and eat an ice cream, if I have to drop down and do 60 push-ups, that is the limit for me where I'm kind of like, oh, I really just can't be arsed doing it right now. You know, it's just enough to the point where it's like, yeah, I can't be bothered doing that. You know, if I was to do 10, it's like, it's too fucking easy. Or if I was to do like 30, it's too easy. I could just bang them out like nothing. But 60 is the perfect, like the sweet spot for me right now, where it's like, it's just enough to the point where I feel like I can't be bothered to do it. So I'd need a bit of mental discipline, a bit of mental resilience to push myself to do it in order to earn the chocolate bar. It's got to be that limit, right? Now, with that being said, again, you've earned the chocolate bar. Now you can truly appreciate it. If, for whatever reason, You see the chocolate bar, you feel like eating it. You say, you know for a fact, okay, my enemy's doing 60 push-ups before he has this chocolate bar. So I've got to do 60 push-ups to earn it. You know that that is the limit. You know that that is the rule that you've set for yourself. If then you go and eat the chocolate bar anyway, without even doing the push-ups, without going for your run, without going for your squats, whatever it is that you've set for yourself, without talking to 6 beautiful girls before you can eat the chocolate bar, setting yourself a target like that, where it's out of your comfort zone, if you go and eat the chocolate bar without even doing the challenge, you cannot sit there and eat that chocolate bar and enjoy it. You'll feel so much guilt as a man, knowing that number one, you're a pussy and you didn't do what you set yourself. You're not a man of your word. But number two, your enemy's beating you. Your enemy's done the push-ups. He's stronger than you now. He looks better than you now. He gets more attraction from girls. He feels confident in himself and he gets to enjoy the chocolate bar. Whereas you're just sat there on your fat ass eating it with your flabby neck and you've done nothing to earn it. You cannot sit there and feel enjoyment and feel pleasure when you know that in the back of your brain. So this mindset, literally, it makes it impossible to fail. It makes it impossible to not achieve your goal of losing weight. Because how can you sit there and knowing that someone else out there that you could be, he's got the exact same genetics, he's the exact same person, he just does different things on a day-to-day basis, different actions that are in his control. How can you sit there and be a fat cunt and look in the mirror knowing that someone else out there is beating you just because he does push-ups before he eats his chocolate bar? You know, I'm not saying cut out all junk food, cut out all chocolate. I'm not saying that. Just earn it. And mainly, I guess in your situation, you're probably best to revolve your challenge or your earning as physical fitness related. Sorry, I'm getting a call. 1 second. Bear with me, bruv. So, for example, push-ups or going for a run or something where you are physically active before you earn the chocolate bar, because then again you're keeping yourself in shape and you get to reward yourself and earn it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So implement these things, these 3 problems that you've probably been struggling with: mindset, motivation, and the physical side of things. Keep it very, very simplistic. Wake up every single day, do a bit of cardio, walking, running, swimming, cycling, whatever. Just move your fucking body. Boxing, keep your blood pumping, keep yourself, hydrated, keep yourself on it every single day. Watch what you're eating. Set yourself targets for the things that don't really have any nutritional value. They're purely just unhealthy. You have to earn those unhealthy things. Fucking eat as much fruit and as vegetables as you fucking want, meat, etc., etc. Just eat clean. Watch your diet. Ask yourself, is this thing unhealthy? Yes, it is, so I've got to earn it. Cool. That's it. You'll be fine. You do that every single day for a long period of time, you'll lose weight. It really is as simple as that. Don't come in the comments saying, how many calories do you eat a day? Fuck all of that bullshit. What is the most optimal exercise to lose fat? Just walk, just move more and eat less. It really is that simple. Do that every single day for a year. Look how much progress you make. Not only mentally, but physically as well. Okay? Coaching is down below if you want to learn from me on a personal level. It's probably much more beneficial for you rather than this generic YouTube advice. I can give you personal advice and we can talk one-to-one, face-to-face. And I can help you go from the guy that you are today, learn from the mistakes I've had to make, bam, straight to the fucking top. Yeah, so it's a worthy investment, it really is. So I'll see you there. Look after yourself, bro. Boom.